Hey, pack leaders is here. Our friends are protecting families, protecting the pack. I want to do a video on how to use the ROE and the realize auto adjustment. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch over. So let me pull in a thing here. Alright, so basically it's kind of the same as everything else, but what it's going to show you is your current calculated ROE. Now it's a little different. I think it includes a little fee. It might be off by a few percent or two, but close enough. So what we're going to say is like, hey, if we want our auto adjustment, say, hey, if the ROE is less than maybe 15% in decimal, we'll just put 0.15 there. Then, you know, do something. All right. So I have a list of options that I've kind of saved here. And I'll kind of pull that out and kind of do something with that. Here it is. So what you want to do is kind of hit the save, or I believe it'll pop out everything, and then you just kind of copy and paste that to a little text file, and then you kind of just pick and choose what you need. So let's say if you know it's less than this, I want to change my wallet size to maybe actually maybe I want to take a loss once the ROE is less than ROE is less than 15%. I think in this situation, I would want to make it negative 15%. So if I'm in the negative 15%, I'm gonna go ahead and take a loss. So I'll turn on the loss option on. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll do a take loss option right there. Copy that, paste it in there, and then rename that to true. Now I know there's a little bit of issues where it kind of flashes in and out. I'm trying to figure out what that is. So normally I just kind of do this in the text file. Okay. But once I iron out this issue, this is kind of like how it works. Okay. So once you go in, you type what you need, change this to true. And then go on and do your other thing. Okay, so let's say the ROE is now, let's say it's maybe you made about 30%. You know, then you might want to change the settings a little bit to be a little more aggressive. Maybe you want to change your alignment transition. Maybe this, hey, make it a little more lenient now. Say, hey, you know what? Make it a little more trigger happy to take profit now. Make this instead of that, let's put positive 0.0 whatever, and then just start. That'll probably make it a little more aggressive to take profit. Okay. All right, and then once it's all said and done, everything's good to go. Then you kind of want to say, hey, you know, let's go ahead and revert back to the default setting. So once you do that, you might want to set this back to true, and then that back to the original setting, and then go from there. Okay. So once this is all done, you hit the save button, and then it'll populate in the text file that you can kind of change. And then once you get an idea how it works, it's probably best to just manipulate it in the text file. Okay. Alright, so hopefully as I click things, I don't know, maybe it'll pop in and out. And by the way, this is 30, so it has to be in decimal, so make sure 0.30 for 30%. ROE. I know it's there, it's just kind of like, it just pops in and out. I know it's there, but just a little bit of a glitch there. Anyways, moving on to realized P&L. Same concept, but this time it's the daily realized P&L. So whatever it is, that's see here, that's my email. Here, this is the realized daily P&L in terms of percentage decimal. Okay, so let's say once you hit like you reach this daily percentage right here. This is unrealized. This is our daily realized for the day is negative, and it's gonna take a percentage of this initial margin. So right now I am say, you know, since I only put $3 and this was from last night, I had a higher position, so it's kind of a negative 100-200% right now because of this initial margin, but I was using $40 or something earlier. But once it's reset, it'll kind of make more sense. I just, you know, started it today just to, you know, get it going. So it's a little bit you know, composed right now. But going back to the concept of that, so if the initial margin, we use $3.50, if we had made maybe 0.15, 15% of our initial margin, So if we invested $10 and we made $1.50 so far, is it $10? Yeah, $1.50 I believe. Then maybe we'll start to increase our wallet size. So we'll go ahead and grab our wallet amount here, and this is our wallet setting. And then on default, it was before, like, I don't know, maybe like we were doing 5% bets at the time. Okay. So let's say we start off, if it's less than that, maybe we'll do an initial test of 5%. Okay. And then, so you kind of just manipulate it, and once it's like, hey, you know what, I reached 80% for the day, then let's go ahead and scale back our wallet down to 1% and just kind of sit out for the day. Okay, and that's how you hit the save button, save everything, and then you can kind of manipulate from the text file. Well, I kind of figured out the issue. I know the stuff's still there, but I don't know, it's a little annoying because you can't really see it, and you click on it and it's gone. So, but they should be there. So just kind of enter some random numbers just to kind of get it, and you can kind of change it in the text file. See, there now that's back, and maybe this guy will come back. I don't know, kind of thing. So you can say, hey, maybe this guy is, you know, if it's less than this, then we start off with the 5% test. Okay, just kind of test the market, you know, whatever. And then once it's greater than a certain amount, get out of market. Otherwise, it goes into default setting. That means we're good to go. It's game on. Let's go ahead and wrap this up to 33%. And then once we get above 80% daily of our initial margin at 33%, when we made that much, then go ahead and scale back down to 1%, and then we're kind of done for the day until that daily P&L resets. And it does reset every day, this daily P&L by Bybit. And then it'll fall into a new criteria again, or reset the wallets, and that way we can kind of like make our money for the day. We're good, we get out, and then, you know, instead of taking, all of a sudden a big old, you know, ramp up or big drop takes everything back, and then you make nothing for the day. So that's kind of how it works. Hopefully that makes more sense now on how to use the P&L auto adjustment and whatnot. Oh, and one last thing here, you want to make sure that these options are on the Sentinel here. So make sure the ROE Auto Adjust is checked and that is checked in order for those options to be auto adjusted. Okay. Alright, and that is basically it for today on how to use these two auto adjustments. Now, if you can use these two, you could probably do the other rest. They're all kind of the same way. The trend, based on that, when adjust accordingly. Based on the VWAP, we adjust accordingly. Based on the price action, we adjust the settings accordingly. Okay. Now you're gonna have to manage it as it gets complicated and whatnot. Having simple variables, maybe not even use them all, or have whatnot, because it can kind of get confusing after a while if we don't manage our variables accordingly. Hopefully that's helped. Thanks for watching. If you don't have the Leve Trapper bot yet, it's in the description below, and we'll see you on the inside. Thanks.